Alrighty, guys and gals. How you doing? What's going on? What's happening? It's the Ironman.
Greetings.
That's what we're doing, of course. We've got our brown belt finally. Finally got a brown belt. It took me so long to get my brown belt in jiu-jitsu. It's the longest between belts ever for me. We're level 45. I was just talking to Stubby here, man. Yeah. It ramps up so much. Stubby sent me in the mail these upgraded shoulders. Really appreciate that, dude. This is what we had. So as you can see, it's a 25 armor upgrade. Yeah. Now these are, they're gray. Like literally trash, but it, excuse me, an upgrade for us. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that. I had posted a whole bunch of stuff. I sold some of it. I think I made 3 gold. We were down to 11. It doesn't really matter too much, though. I reposted a bunch of stuff. I went ahead and bought the lesser bloodstone ore off the auction house just now. These 4 were about 90 silver, almost a gold, but I want to get it just so I can turn that quest in. We're going to sell this stuff up here. Oh, did I tell you guys I didn't have fishing on this character before? I don't think I did. I got it up to 150. It took like 2 hours to do it. Yeah, caught this offhand here. I tried to sell it, but didn't work. I'm just going to vendor it, I think. We are making rune cloth bandages. That may be, I think I went to train this up in Theramore is what I did. And we're pretty much maxed out now. Actually, I can go see them. I think we get heavy rune cloth. And I've got some waiting here. So I just have to go to Theramore to do that. I did stuff offline on a lot of the characters. Not, I say offline, I just mean like not recording, just off camera. But yeah. So we're going to go turn this quest into Booty Bay, and then I'm not sure what we're going to do. I might just come out here and grind some mobs. We'll see. We might hit level 46 today. If we do, we can pick up Holy Light 7 and Ret Aura 4. We'll take both of those. Yeah, that's going to cost 4, just about 5 gold. We'll call it right there. I've spent probably 8 hours yesterday and today. Got a laptop, and I was messing around with Linux. I've been wanting to switch, and with Windows 10 or Windows 11 trying to be forced on me now, I'm probably going to switch over to Linux. So I just put it on the laptop and get familiar with it. I chose the Linux Mint version 22.2 with the, I think it's the Cinnamon desktop. It's really, really good. It installed so easily on the laptop. And I was just going through... I actually have. He's like, you ever get nightmares of your tune dying? I actually have had that happen, man. It's that's maybe you're playing Warcraft too much. If you're having nightmares about your hardcore character dying. Let me turn this in real quick.
Here's money, friend. Glad I could help.
30 silver. All right, well, I lost like 80 something silver there.
Real.
Whatever. Oh, well, I can't use this, but that's another thing we can turn in.
Back.
All right, we'll do that. Yeah, man. it takes a certain type of crazy, right? What is? Oh, that's something I've hid. Whatever that quest is up there, I've hidden it. Way up here. Jesus Christ. Well, I'll tell you what. It's quicker to fly to Westfall, and we'll come in from the north, and I'll go ahead and turn that in. But yeah, I love the way it looks. It's so customizable. No fucking bloatware. No advertisements. No forcing me to use OneDrive or fucking Copilot. None of that shit. Absolutely free. So far, all of the applications
my attention.
that I'm using on my desktop here have worked with the exception of DaVinci Resolve. I spent a lot of times. I spent a lot of time looking up videos, trying to get it to work. I've got it installed, and it opens. What's happening on the laptop, though, the laptop has, it's a laptop. It doesn't have like a video card per se, right? It does have a GPU function, but it's not the same. It's just a little chipset. And it's not working correctly. It's when it opens up, it tells me you need to check your GPU settings. And I can do it on my desktop. You can go with like an auto setting, or you can uncheck that and just use your actual GPU, but neither one of them work. And it just shuts down again. So it would probably work fine over here on my desktop. So what I'm going to do now, I think, since I'm really familiar with it, I've got like 3 drives in this desktop. One of them's like a terabyte. I'm going to try dual booting. You can't, as far as I know, you can't dual boot from one drive because Microsoft will fucking erase. I can't remember what they call the partition, but Microsoft will get rid of it. It's fucking Microsoft, man. It's just another reason to fucking tell those motherfuckers goodbye. And Windows 11 is garbage from everything that I've been reading, videos I've watched. They're just forcing your hand more and more. You have less and less control. I'm just going to watch over here. I changed video settings again. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to get encoding overload errors anymore. But yeah, man, I had the final. This is why I'm switching to Linux, is because I can't tell you how many times I've had like videos uploading overnight, and sometimes even something rendering, something that's going to take like 2 hours to render, plus 2 uploads. This takes a lot of time for me to do. I can't tell you how many times I've let that go overnight. I come here in the morning. Windows has taken an update that didn't even see. Like I don't even have choice in the matter. And they restart the computer. So what happens? It kills the render and it kills both of the uploads. So it's just like 3-4 hours just wasted. That's happened so many times. And it happened again night before last. And I was just like, man, you know what? But the worst part of it was, well, that was the worst part. But they have the ball, so it's sitting on. It looked like where I would just, hit enter and type in I've got a little passcode. It goes to the Windows 11 install. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? Luckily, in like microscopic print, you can select not now, right? There's not an option to say, no, I don't want this shit. It's coming. I can't do anything about it, but I'm fucking done with Microsoft, man. Yeah, from everything I've heard, you have even less control of your system, and they want to The fucking Copilot, all that is AI spying on you. Just fuck Copilot, OneDrive, all that shit. And I guess you get prompted all the time to they're trying to force you to use those applications, and I don't want that, man. I don't want to be forced into doing something that I don't want to do. Like restricted start menus, and yeah, I was actually reading it over here. Looks like all the shit. System bloat. It's like pre-installed applications consume system resources. You've got to find like third-party tools to try to get rid of them. Sometimes it doesn't even work. Once you get rid of them, they come back. It's got really strict hardware requirements. So if you've got an older PC, what they're essentially doing is forcing you to buy hardware with that fucking the TPM shit, right? Which all that is forcing you into the Microsoft lane and trying to get you to buy a system. Oh, we can fish. This is why I picked up fishing. Oh, man, it's just no thanks, man. Whoops. All right, let's see if I can fish here. Just terrible. But I've had it. Like I said, it was the last straw was what happened the other night. That's happened so many times. You think there would be something, and I've said this before, to check, like, oh, there's something uploading or there's a program running. Let me not restart the fucking computer, you know? No, it just fucking restarts it. And when the Windows 11 thing came up, nope, I don't think so. So I'm going to be switching over slowly to Linux Mint. But like I said, what I'll do is I'll install it on a completely separate drive. And once I get everything working seamlessly, I'll just ditch. I'll copy everything, save all my folders and shit like that, and then I will make the switch 100%. I ran Warcraft. It ran fine. I had to use it's a separate distribution. I think it's called Boggle or something kind of weird like that. But what it does is it runs Battle.net, which then launches Warcraft. It installed so quickly, and I just played a little bit of it. And this is on a system that's not as good as my desktop. It's a really good, what am I doing? Got to go this way. It's a really good laptop though, but it was flawless. It was smooth as butter. Warcraft looked amazing on it. And that's really, all I do is, as long as Warcraft can run, other games can run, you can run Steam on it. A huge active community with, if you run into issues or whatever, there's so much information out there to help you out. Trying to get DaVinci to work. I was doing some command line stuff, but, I was just copying, I don't know anything about Linux, but I learned quite a bit over those several hours I was installing stuff. But yeah, if I can get DaVinci Resolve, that's pretty much all I need. And no more Windows for me, man.
Well met.
Well met, dude.
Light bless you. Be careful.
All right. Here's the camp trader.
What can I do for you?
Oh, let's open up these boxes here. So you can have that. I'll just sell that, and that. How are we doing on drinks? We're okay. Got some pie there. May as well just Do that. This guy's got bags, arrows, bullets. He's got recipes too. Look at that. Interesting. This dude's got like everything. He's a mix of general goods and
For the Alliance.
trade goods. Pretty damn good. Anyway. We doing okay over here? Yeah, looks like we're all right. All right. Anyway, let's go slay some mobs, man. We'll go down further south. Where's my Hearthstone? It's in Stormwind. That's interesting. Oh, let's open up these. Let's see what we get here. Look at that. This is why I think you get fishing, man. Spirit and stamina. Look at that. Those things will sell all of that shit. Well, this spirit and stamina on leather, that probably wouldn't sell on the auction house. We'll just vendor it, though. Yeah, 30 silver, I'll take it. You know what I could do is I could send it to the priest. She has, enchanting, so she can disenchant that for some mats. Anyway, cheers to you. Here's to no more windows. Way back in the day. Look at this solid chest hiding right here. Look at this. Beautiful. Way back in the day, I knew... Basically, I had a thing I had to do about twice a week with Linux at the command line, but I don't even remember what it was or for what system. That's when I was just getting into... Well, part of my job was being a network administrator, is what they called it back then. What level are these guys? 37. That's a little bit... Well, you know what? Let's just get into it here. You gotta remember, doesn't matter if they're green, we get pretty wrecked. More than one person told me about the axe that I had accidentally equipped. So it turns out I had it for 2 episodes. Loon and... Oh my gosh, I can't remember the other person. I'm sorry. Both of you looked at the videos. So I had it for 2 episodes, so roughly 2 hours. I'm not going to... I mean, there's no way in hell in saying, well, I guess I failed the challenge. No. But yeah, I have no idea how it happened. My best guess... I've got so many characters going on right now, and I do stuff like I said, off camera. And sometimes I'm going from character to character to character. I'll log in, do some stuff, check my bags, blah, 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 go to the next character. Only thing I could think of is I was looking at the bag, and I just like, oh, this is an upgrade for this character. And I just, I guess that's what happened there. I just wasn't thinking about it. Because like the only green thing I had in my bag, I guess, was like, hey, why am I not wearing this? I guess. I don't know. Wasn't like an amazing axe. Like I said, this actually had more top-end damage, the great axe here, by quite a bit. It's just that the other axe, it had... The stats weren't very high, but it was like... I think it was 4 or 5 stam, and it had like 3 strength or something like that on it. So probably offset. And maybe, I don't know, did just as much or whatever. But like I said, it didn't really make a difference. If this was old school Ironman, where they used to have the website that tracked you, that would have disqualified me for sure. Well, I mean, I could have continued the run, but back in the day, there was a website for Classic, and well, I mean, there wasn't like Classic. It was just the game, that version of the game, right? But you could register your character, and if you made it, you get put up on this like Hall of Fame. And I always wanted to get on that so bad. The highest I ever made it on that list, probably into my 40s. I never got very far. Wasn't until I had the channel here that I got to level 56 and then level 57. Never gonna forget that death on the hunter. Yeah, man, I was very impressed with Mint, with Linux. It's pretty familiar the way it's laid out. It's, you know, I've been using Windows. You know, I've been using Windows since DOS. Not even exaggerating. I remember the first GUI, and people were against it. They didn't, you know. What was that? This is before Windows 95. I'm talking like Windows 3.1.1 or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but like I used that. I've been using Windows for a long, long time. But Mint, it's basically pretty much the same as far as the layout. You know, you've got your, what people call the taskbar. I think it's called something else than what people would say the start menu is. But it's way more intuitive than I thought it would be. They've got like 3 different ways. They've got like system update, they've got driver update, and then they have software manager. So whatever you need, if you're looking for a piece of software, you just pull up software manager, you type it in, it searches it, and if it's immediately available, and there's a ton of shit available, it just installs as a package automatically, and you can run it. It's like no fucking bullshit. It's great. Yeah, I was impressed. So I'm gonna spend some time this week with the trying to get this on dual boot here. The other thing I might be able to do is just create like a virtual machine, and you know, test it that way. I'll just make sure I grab my you know, my digital key. So, you know, sometimes you buy a laptop or a desktop, sometimes it'll have the key on a sticker on the PC or with the, you know, the paperwork you get, but they don't have physical media anymore. I mean, you can still get it, but it's difficult to do. But usually it's a digital copy, right? So if you've got a digital, if it was included, you know, and it was digital, there's a way to find it in the registry. That's how I found the digital key on that laptop, you know, just in case I ever wanted to switch back. But I'm not putting Windows back on that laptop, I'll tell you that. That laptop had, it's got Windows 11 on it. I installed it about 3 times just to get familiar with it. I just installed it from a flash drive. It's so good. It's so easy to do, so quick. yeah, I'm not logging in with a Microsoft account, which then connects me to all that other bullshit that I don't want. You can log in locally. There's a way to do that. I actually did that on this for my Windows 10 machine here. And I think you can do it. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Bill, my friend Bill Willis. That dude's, he's a genius. You can do that on Windows 11 as well. You can bypass and not use the Microsoft account. Now, they're still going to prompt you, I would imagine, even on a local account, they're going to want you to use OneDrive and fucking Copilot and all that other bullshit. No, thanks. Yeah, man, I've had it. I was so pissed, man. I was so fucking pissed. It's like I said, I was uploading 2 things at once, and that takes even longer, right? Because I have, I've got really fast internet, but these are massive files. I've only got like 30, 35 megabit upload. And so you got a lane this wide, but the more things you upload, that's more cars on that freeway. That's a good analogy, right? So it takes even longer. And when I came in here and they both failed, it's just like, God damn. And I don't have to take updates. If my system is working with Linux, I leave it how it is. They're not forced on me. They're not restarting my computer. That's the problem I've always had I've had with Microsoft for a long time. I don't really feel like I own my computer if you've got Microsoft these days. Because you just don't, you have such little control, and it's like I paid for the computer, and I understand that the operating system is licensed, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like they own the computer and I'm just paying them. I'm like renting the computer from them. A little bit of a rant, but like I said, it was frustrating. And it's not the first time it's happened. This is probably the 6th or 7th time that they've restarted the computer in the middle of the night while I was doing something. And I can't tell you how many times I've come in here and it's just, I wasn't doing anything, but it had restarted on its own as well. I don't like that. It's horse shit. Anyway, let's see if I can stop ranting. At least it's not politics. I didn't sleep very well last night. I got like less than 3 hours of sleep. Not sure. I've had a lot of trouble sleeping lately. Not sure what's going on. Supposed to have therapy today, but my therapist called in sick, so they let me know. Maybe I'll take a nap later. Let's get healed up here. What are we getting? Not a lot of XP here. We can do a lot better. I think we're going to move a little bit further down. See if we can find some level 40-ish mobs. Got some stealthies in here. What level were these trolls? 39? Let's go down by the Gurubashi Arena. The mobs around there are in the 40s, I believe. Yeah, if you're thinking about, if you're in like a similar situation, or Microsoft is trying to force you to go to Windows 11, but your computer can't do it, you know, you don't have to buy a new fucking computer. You know, give it a shot. Just, and like I said, there's a lot of different distributions you can get from Linux. There's GNOME. I mean, I can't even name how many they have. So there's different versions, and then there's different desktops, I think is what they call it. Basically, the way that it looks. So I did quite a bit of research, and for me, it seemed like Mint was a good choice, and it was. There's some stealthies here before. Am I in the right place? Wait a minute. No, let's come up the other way, actually. I mean, if you think about it, most people, they're doing most stuff through through a web browser. You're streaming your music, you're watching your movies, you're checking your mail. It's not like you're using applications anymore. I mean, I do, and people do, but I'm just saying. Where's that? Level 43. Okay. All right, let's do this. We'll work here for a bit. Gotta watch out for these panthers. But anything, that's browser-based is going to work absolutely fine. All right, I'm going to have to switch to Seal of Light here. What the fuck, dude? Just invite me to a group? Hell no, man. I wouldn't advise that on a hardcore server. I mean, unless you're in a safe area, but if you're out slaying mobs, you get into invited to another group, you could be layered, and then you could have, those mobs back up around you, or, you know what I mean? I wouldn't advise it. He's wanting me to do something there, though, some quest, but... hopefully we don't get too wrecked here. I'm going to switch over to Ret Aura here, because Cat's pretty fast attack speed. So he'll damage himself. Way better experience. Almost 700 XP there. Yeah, I was watching this software developer. This guy's like top level, worked for Microsoft. Bill Gates actually was talking about a piece of his software at one time. And this guy the title of his video, I think, was Windows 11 is garbage. And he's going through like all of it, like exactly what it is and how it's all just about spying on you so that they can run specific ads, or trying to get you to use their paid services or whatever. If honestly, if Windows didn't force things on me that I had no control of, and like restart my computer, and then I would probably honestly stay with Windows. But I'm just fucking tired of it, man. Hammer of Wrath, sir. Hammer of Wrath. Yes. Got this big sweater on. It's a little bit warm in here. It's starting to warm up. I was freezing this morning. Haven't even turned my heat on yet. I gotta make sure I do not pull a panther. We gotta go. I think Devotion Aura is a better choice here. There's another one right there. I think at the time I'm recording this, it's a Monday for me. The video where I got killed on the Ultra Hardcore Warrior came out. I got killed in the throne room of Orgrimmar. Right before I literally, like, soon as I logged in, my character was being attacked by some fucking bullshit spectral shadow or something. It was like 3 level 60 mobs, and I'm like level 15. Just basically one-shotted me. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on. Yeah, I think that video came out today. I just re-rolled. I put the like, because it happened so quick, I wasn't even recording. You know, I usually, you know, log into the game and then I kind of look and figure out what I'm going to do, and then I start recording, try to have a plan. But as soon as it popped in, it was just dead. But I just recorded with me on the floor there and explained what happened, and we rolled a rogue. Troll rogue. We're going to give that a shot. Ultra hardcore. Pretty stupid thing to have on a hardcore server, man. Shit like that. Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I was pissed. I mean, luckily, you know, it's not like I put a lot of time into it, but still, it's not really the point. You know, what if I was a level 40 character? You know, because sometimes you're logging in, and you know how it's the bars going across. Your character can already be like in game. Because that's happened to me a lot of times. Like, you get disconnected and you reconnect and you're waiting for it. And then when it pops in, your fucking character's like half dead or something. It happens a lot. But, you know, you can have like a level 40 character, like 3 level 60s. They just wreck you, man. I don't know if they're elites. I don't know, because with the ultra hardcore add-on, I don't see that. All I see is like just the little frame there. I'd assume they were elites, but I don't honestly know. And I'm also assuming that it's probably something with Nax, because I had never even heard of those mobs before. Oh, that's an elder one. I was like, oh, this is an elder one too. These things are huge, man. Like your wiener, eh? Yes, voice in my head. That's exactly right. I'm going to have to take this sweater off. It's fucking warming up in here. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, big boy? There's another one right there. Man, this place is dangerous in here, man. Things are like right on top of each other, too. Jesus, are we already 40 minutes in? Over 40 minutes? Doesn't seem like been in that long. The time flies when you're ranting about Microsoft. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some research, though, about the dual boot. Because Microsoft doesn't want you doing that. And I got to be careful, because I don't want to screw up. That's why I'm going to do it on a completely separate drive, and hope it works out. I'm definitely not going to dual boot. I mean, I hope I can do it. It's been a long time since I set up a dual boot machine, but this was way before TPM chips and all that enhanced BIOS security and all that shit. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Might even be worth it to do like an actual image of the drive. Used to use this program called Ghost back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's basically a disk clone software. Probably have to pay for that these days, but it might be worth it. Because if I dick around and fuck up, and then you know, Windows isn't booting, then I've got a problem. Then I'm going to be down for a while. Oh, these are the Nagas. It just started raining. Let's go. There's some raptors back here. Let's switch over to Ret Aura. Thought there would be some panthers through there. That's why I was running. There we go. Lower level than the panthers. I don't think there's panthers in here. Kind of a cool effect with the like the steam like that, like the little mist there. Do I have the... Let me see if I've got... I think I've got my rain macro. It might be already turned down. It is. Yeah, it's already turned down. It's at 0. Can't remember what that goes up to, but once you use that, the rain stays at that 0 setting in the game. And I think it's across all characters in the game. Well, I was really kind of hoping to hit level 46, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Did a lot of running around. And I don't really have a quest to work on. I mean, besides those two little, like, rinky-dink things we did there. Yeah, probably be next episode. We'll get leveled up. We could head to Teneris, but we're basically the same situation as we are in Feralus and Hinterlands. It's we're kind of right in the middle. 40 to 50 level ranges. I get a few more slain here. Look for some more floating wreckage to fish up. Yeah, Stubby's getting pretty close to his brown belt. He is... Oh, Boozlebub came on. What's up, brother? He's getting pretty close. Yeah. 3 more levels, and he'll get that brown belt there. Probably what I should have done with the guild levels... Oh, I did. Yeah, you get 60, you get the black belt. Wasn't sure how I did it. A food crate there. Delicious. Tethos would absolutely ruin us. I think he's what is he, 43 elite? He would just destroy us. No question. resisted my booty. So I was watching this show called Department Q. It's like a remake. I was talking about it before. The original's way better. I bailed on it in the like third or fourth episode. Just I can't stand the lead character. It's just too much, man. It's almost like a shtick, like his anger and just like how rude and shit he is. It's just not. You just can't get into the character, and it just ruins it for me. And I kind of gave up on it. I'd be down to watch the original again, though. It's been a while since I've seen it. Ooh, there's a green axe. Why don't you go ahead and equip it, Eric? Yeah. It does nowhere near as much damage. This is just a shit weapon compared to what we have. It's hard to believe, isn't it? I mean, look at that. Top end damage and DPS. Oh, it's a one-handed axe. That has a lot to do with it. It does have 70 health, but I don't know. I don't know if that would sell. What does it look like? It looks like an axe. Not too bad. It's kind of cool looking there. This is way more badass looking though. Oh shit, let me fucking pay attention here. It's like looking at my gear. We got to wrap this up here. 2 bars off. This would probably take us another, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes. And we're just going to wrap it up. Let's hearth back. The Stormwind. Wait. I got to get a thumbnail. I've not been getting them consistently. So let's find something to target. Like you. We'll take that. You're still in the attack position. Alrighty. Well, that'll do it for this episode. We will hit level 46 next episode, and we'll get trained up with some new abilities. Thanks for hanging out for a little bit. You guys and gals take care. Mr. Ironman and myself will catch you in the next episode.
Farewell.
Peace.